Hello and welcome to this morning edition of Yes 101's Visual Radio. For the Newsfirst team, I'm Steven Machado, and let's get into your local news first. Several areas in and around Colombo experienced significant disruptions last night due to strong winds accompanied by heavy rainfall, resulting in widespread tree falls and property damage. According to police reports, incidents of fallen trees were recorded in multiple locations including Leslie Rongalamavata in Borella, Grand Pass, Bambalapitia, Dematagoda, Maradana, Javata and Vellavata. Emergency response teams from the Colombo Municipal Council's Fire Service Department in coordination with the police worked through the night to clear the debris and restore access to affected areas. In Grand Pass, a fallen tree caused damage to 5 houses, while Dematagoda, a wall collapse at a garment factory injured 3 individuals, including 2 women. All injured persons were admitted to the National Hospital for treatment. Police also reported that the roof of the Bambalapitia police barracks sustained damage due to the high winds. Meanwhile, the railway control room confirmed that trees had fallen onto key railway lines, including the Coastal Line, the Main Line, the Kalini Line, and the Putlam Line. Clearing operations began last night, but delays in the train services on the Main Line, Kalinibali Line, and the Chilaw Line are likely. Moving on, the Election Commission of Sri Lanka has announced that the deadline for submitting the names of the elected members from the recent local government elections will expire at midnight tonight. Election Commissioner General Samansri Ratnayaka stated that all nominations received by the end of the day will be promptly processed and published in the Government Gazette. The Commission had previously issued 3 separate notifications to political parties and independent groups, urging them to submit the names of the elected representatives without delay. This marks a crucial administrative step in finalizing the outcomes of the local government elections and enabling the newly elected members to officially assume their duties. In more local news, the Minister of Foreign Affairs of the Republic of Poland, Radoslaw Sikorski, currently on an official visit to Sri Lanka, met with the President Anurukumar Dissanayake at the Presidential Secretariat. The meeting took place in the context of Poland's presidency of the Council of the European Union and focused on deepening cooperation between Sri Lanka and the European Union. During the discussions, President Dissanayake emphasized the critical role of continued EU support in helping Sri Lanka navigate emerging global economic challenges. He highlighted the impact of the newly introduced U.S. tariff regime and fiscal constraints imposed by the International Monetary Fund, noting that Sri Lanka seeks to broaden its collaboration with the EU to mitigate these pressures. The President also expressed gratitude for the EU's positive stance on maintaining GSP Plus trade concessions, which remain vital for Sri Lanka's export economy. Minister Sikorski reaffirmed, the European Union's and Poland's commitment to strengthening ties with Sri Lanka, stating that his visit underscores the importance both entities place on the island nation. He also expressed Poland's readiness to work closely with Sri Lanka's new administration to further enhance bilateral relations. The two sides discussed expanding cooperation in trade, development and diplomacy, building on 5 decades of economic and trade relations and 3 decades of development cooperation between Sri Lanka and Poland. Up next is international news.
International news.
A federal appeals court temporarily reinstated the most sweeping of President Donald Trump's tariffs yesterday, a day after a trade court had ruled that Trump had exceeded his authority in imposing the duties and ordered an immediate block on them. The United States Court of Appeals for the Federal Circuit in Washington said it was pausing the lower court's ruling to consider the government's appeal and ordered the plaintiffs in the cases to respond on the 5th and 9th of June. Up next is sports news.
Sports news.
Argentine forward Angel Di Maria will return to his homeland to play for his boyhood club Rosario Central, the Argentine Primera Division club announced yesterday. The 37-year-old Di Maria, who retired from international soccer last year, began his career at Rosario Central in 2005 before joining Benfica in 2007. And with that, we wrap up this edition of Yes 101's Visual Radio. For the Newsfirst team, I'm Steven Machado. Thank you for watching.